Hey everybody, hey friends, welcome to the Vitruvian Live. Today is Tuesday, July 16th, 5 days before my birthday. It's a countdown. Birthdays. It's you know what? I don't like birthdays. My birthdays at least. For one thing, that's because I don't want to get older. Really, it's the truth. I'm turning 39. Next year will be 40. I will be depressed. I promise you. But anyway, I also like my birthday. That's the most important thing, and that's what this episode is about. Why? Because since a couple of years already, I've been doing a board game day here at home for my closest friends. And also family. My sister also joins us. And we play games, family games, party games, because they're not all real gamers. They know me, so they played games with me. But still, it has to be fairly light. And then we have dinner. I think the first years we did a barbecue, which after a couple of years I thought was too much work and too much hassle. Also, you depend on the weather every year, which you don't know for sure what weather it will be. Now this Sunday will be good weather, but I think 2 years ago we did hot dogs and hamburgers, and since last year I'm doing this beef stew with fries, Belgian fries. That's a different story. Belgian fries, yes. Which is very easy. We get freshly made, homemade stew at a butcher, and we make the fries ourselves. Well, at least they are pre-made. Of course, we don't make them ourselves. That it's too much work. We're lazy. It's how it is. Anyway, so this year won't be different. So this year we're also going to do that. And until Sunday, we were going to be with 8 people, which is a good number. Still, there are still some good options to play with 8 players. You can play Dixit. You can play... what was the other one that I had in mind? That we always do, Illustrations, for example. Now we have the Dutch version, which goes up to 8 players. I know there is a version, an English version that goes up to 10 or 12, but anyway, the version that I have goes up to 8 players, and there are a few more games that I think can go to 8, some party games, but not a lot. Now, Sunday, and I was happy, don't get me wrong, and it's not your fault, person that I'm talking about. So Sunday I got a message that another couple was coming as well. They weren't sure because of work. They had to see if they had to work or not, but they're coming, which brings us, gives me 2 problems, honestly. First problem is, and that's why this video is, I'm putting this online, please help me. Maybe I still can get a game or 2 that will help, that will be playable, because now we are with 10 people. And I was looking at my geek list, my collection on Board Game Geek, and I think I only have, and I'm looking to see if I find another one that I missed, but I think that I only have 1 game that we can do, or 2, but the second one wasn't that well. No, okay, yeah. Well, I'm going to say problem 2 first. So 10 players, which is a difficult number to work with, but also it's a couple that's coming, but it's a friend of mine from Portal Games Benelux, but his girlfriend, she's from Poland, and I think she barely speaks Dutch. So that's a problem for Dutch games. Well, games in Dutch versions. Because we do have some party games. for example, the Time's Up, a Celebrity Edition, which plays up to how many you wish, actually. But she won't know any names on them because they're from Belgium and Dutch people. So that's a problem. That's a big problem. So help me, folks. So I only have one game so far. That might still happen. Still the English might be a problem, but I think we can fix that one. I do have Hysteria Coach, which I never played. I read the rules now. I had to download the English rules because it's an Italian version. Seems funny. It's a funny, crazy game where you stand on two sides of the table. You have two teams. It's about football, of course, and each team has a coach, and that coach stands behind the players of the other team. So, for example, if you're a 10, you have 4 players on each side, and their coach, the 5th one, is on the other side of the table. And each player draws one or more cards with a number on it. That number has a name, a football name, which are crazy names of their team, and a position as well. And the coach gets a schematic, a tactic, right? A team play or something, and he has to shout and make arm moves and stuff like that, but he cannot say left, right, or anything like that. He has to use other ways to say it, and each player has to, so he has to yell the player that has to move. So he cannot say player number 2 or no, he has to say that player's name. Then he has to try to explain where they have to go, and as soon as they are on the right spot, they say pass, and then they can get the ball to them. And you do that until everybody's on the right spot, and then you say shoot, and then you roll a die and you try to score. Sounds funny, but I don't know if it's for everyone. So that's one option. Besides that, of course, Dixit. I have Dixit Odyssey. It goes up to 12 players, so that's okay. But still, the English might be a problem because not everybody is as good in English, or the hints, the tips that you give in Dixit, they might refer to something that someone from another country doesn't know. So yeah, help me, folks. I need kind of language independent games that goes at least up to 10 players. Wow, it's a hard one. So let me know in the comments below if you can if you know about any games that fit this demands. It's going to be a tough one. I'm very curious if someone can give me one. Also, of course, you can. I know there is the pitch car game, for example, but that's way too expensive to get. It must be affordable as well, please. I don't want to go bankrupt because I'm giving a small birthday party. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you find something for me to help. And if not, we can still. I know, by the way, werewolves. I don't like werewolves. Important. But anyway, if I don't have anything else, then we will see what we will do. We probably have to split up into groups, which so far we always managed not to do. But this year might be the one that we'll have to do it. We'll see. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you, I think, tomorrow for a new episode. Bye-bye.